Alright, okay, so I'm here to review Zemdu's request as requested. Um, the focus of this ROD review will be answering the questions that he asked, which we can briefly go over. So we'll be focusing on how your laning was. You wanted to know if the enemy team could have closed the game faster. I'll briefly touch on that by the end of the review. How is your team fight positioning? Okay, we'll look at some team fights specifically and sort of go through them in slow motion, mark down your positioning. And how was your overall decision making throughout the game? Anything major that sticks out, I'll point to, although I won't focus very much on that unless your laning and team fighting go by very smoothly. Okay, so we'll get right down to it. So, basically, when you're in a ranked game, in either champ select or loading screen, you want to look at the bot lane matchup, the 2v2, and you want to think about how the matchup should go from a theoretical, like perfect perspective, right? So, okay, let's look at it. So your side, you have Tristana and Morgana. Very kind of like average to below average lane in terms of laning power. You have Morgana, who's a very weak early laner. She is picked mostly for her amazing Q bind, which lasts forever, and her spell shield, which can negate incredibly important CC, most notably the Blitzcrank on the other side. You'll note that your summoner spell combination is heal and exhaust, which is a sort of defensive summoner spell combination. It means you won't be trying to go for the all-ins early unless you see a great opportunity. It means you aren't likely to win a lot of all-ins, and it means that your all-in potential is much lower than the Blitzcrank who's running Ignite. On the other side, you see they have Blitzcrank Jinx. Very interesting lane. Blitzcrank lanes are like literally decided by how good the Blitzcrank is versus how bad your lane is at dodging hooks. Because Blitzcrank by itself is an extremely weak laning champion. His stats are not amazing. His base damages are pretty shit, especially if he misses hook, and his mobility has been nashed since they did that big nerf to his W. So in fact, if I were to rate Blitzcrank on sort of like a tier list of laning strength, he would be very low. The of course upside is that with hook accuracy comes increased laning strength. Tristana is Jinx is a average to below average ish laner. She's not meant to be a lane bully, however she does quite well against Tristana, who herself is not that impressive in the laning phase. And of course you can't disregard the big range difference between Tristana and Jinx's Q rocket form. So in a perfect laning phase, how this is supposed to go is Blitz is never supposed to land a hook because you have Morgana. Morgana is supposed to spell shield every Blitz hook, and then it just becomes sort of like a farm lane between Tristana and Jinx. Jinx is supposed to have the initial advantage with her range. She can shove well back against Tristana's E with her AoE rockets, and it is supposed to be slightly disadvantageous for you. However, the difference is so close in this kind of lane that I feel, given a sufficient skill difference, it will play out completely differently, either one way or the other. So we'll start and we'll go to lane and we'll see how it goes. Let's speed through this. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, okay, so something happens and your Malzahar dies. That's unfortunate. I don't think the bot lane will be able to go back and spend the extra gold, so you shouldn't worry about having an inherent lane disadvantage. Okay, nice binding. Okay, good. Helping your jungler. Now we go to lane. So of course the first major point we'll be watching is the level 2, which you should basically memorize in your head. It's a very easy tip that you'll get level 2 by the third melee minion that you kill in the second wave. So here you just sort of do your thing. Good. Good. Hit. Good. Hit. Good. Good. Oh, really nice trade. Really nice trade on the Jinx. Wow. Okay, it looks like you're gonna get the kill. Yeah, nice. Okay, that's a good flash. Your heal was really unnecessary. So actually, okay. I think this is worth stressing. Okay. So your Morgana lands a really sick binding on the Trist, so you should already be turning to go, and you're going. Nice. Flash. Nice. So there's absolutely no reason to heal here, right? Because if the Jinx has the reaction time to flash before you auto, your heal's not going to catch up to her. So what are you healing for, right? Like, the Blitz is level 1. He's not going to be able to kill you with one skill. You're not in a huge massive creeps or anything like that. So blowing the Summoner now is really big. You might not think that because because you've killed the Jinx and you already have an advantage, but think of how much more of an advantage you could have if you still had your heal. Like, it makes your all-ins going forward so much more likely to succeed. Okay, anyway, so you got the kill. Okay. That exhaust from... looks like you have to watch this part again too. Okay, you get the kill. Alright. So you're hitting this. Morg exhaust is too ambitious. Even if she lands the binding, you're not going to be able to get the kill on a Blitzcrank who still has flash. Yeah, I mean, you blow the flash, so that's really good. Personally, I don't think you needed to flash at all. So I'm assuming nothing much happens here. Oh, wow. A gank. Okay. So in this gank situation, you're going to really regret blowing that heal earlier, because given your current HP, it's actually quite possible for the Quinn to kill you. Your best course of action is just to W, get as far away as you can as possible. Some people might suggest that you W into the Blitzcrank and try to get this kill. It would be a very aggressive move. I don't know whether or not it would be absolutely correct or not, because it seems very likely that if this Quinn is good, you're going to die here, right? So in that case, it might be better to give the kill to the Blitzcrank, possibly blow his Ignite, and at the same time, possibly even get a kill on the Blitzcrank who doesn't have Mana Shield anymore. So these are the kind of like plays that you need to think about, because I don't think most people would ever think about jumping on the Blitz here. They would just think about how they can get away, when sometimes you have to realize that it's not possible to get away. But let's see what happens. Okay. You're gonna get ignited by Blitz. Okay. Oh, and you're gonna get both kills. Alright. Awesome. So now you have a 2-1 advantage in this lane. Going pickaxe, probably fine. With the current trend of going BF into Zeal item, it's kind of awkward to pick up a pickaxe. It does give you that mini power spike in lane, so it's probably fine. But some people might rather consider that you should go the shard that upgrades into the Zeal item instead. Not sure which one is better, to be honest. So let's go see what happens. Okay, you're doing well. You're respecting your opponent's presence in the 1v2. That's really good. Good. Okay, took a little poke there. That's what Jinx should be doing, by the way. She should be using her rocket range instead of waiting for this wave to crash into you. She should have cleared this with her rockets and let the wave crash into you, making it way harder to CS. Don't know what else is gonna happen. So right now you have a big advantage, right? The only thing that on the downside is that the Jinx is level 4 and you're level 3. Once you hit level 4, you should feel free to sort of aggress onto the Jinx, who you have a whole item advantage on. Okay, there you go. You're level 4. Okay, good. Definitely, yep. Fine. Auto the Jinx, auto the Jinx. Okay, Okay, so you're playing as if you were in an even lane, right? The Blitz got binded and you put the E on him and you autoed him, that's fine. But when the Jinx starts autoing you back, you don't have to like run as if you were at an even item. You're in a higher item, so you should be hitting the Jinx back. Your hits are going to do way more damage. The Blitz is not going to be able to get a good clean hook off with all these minions in the way, and the advantage is definitely going to go to you. Like, you're going to win the trade 100%. But you don't, so continue to see what happens. Okay, good. See, you see, your autos are chunking her, and her autos aren't chunking you in the same way. So you don't have to play this afraid when you have such a massive lead. Let me see your vision, actually. Okay, so you have a ward here. That's fine. Preferably you have another ward up the river too, which is really good. Preferably you have another ward like up here, or even into this bush, especially if you have your trinket ward, which now you do. Alright, does anything else happen in this lane? Wow, got hooked there? Okay, so here's the thing. As Tristana playing against Blitzcrank, there's a way to cancel the hook with almost 100% accuracy. If you just W as the hook is, as the hook hits you, the W like animation will actually cause you to move after the hook starts pulling you in, and you'll avoid the hook completely. But as it is, yep, you can just wait until the punch is over and hook. Now you've lost this big trade, and now you're kind of on the back foot, which is really bad. Someone is pinging you to back, that's fine. Good, good awareness. But yeah, I didn't mention that actually, because it kind of slipped my mind during the matchup, because it's not as easy as Ezreal versus Blitzcrank. But Tristana versus Blitzcrank, it's definitely possible to buffer your W such that you always avoid the Blitz hook, like even when you get hit by it. And you can do that against a lot of other skills too, like Orianna Shockwave, which is really telegraphed. Yeah. So we'll see what happens in the rest of this lane. So that was really bad, right? Because now you're down 11 CS because of that whole thing, and you didn't have to be if you had managed to buffer that hook. Okay. Yes. So now you just have to collect this wave, because nothing else you can do. Good. Good. Really nothing going on. So I'm watching this from your vision, at least for the laning phase, because I find this is a really good. Okay, almost. Like basically that's the idea, except of course you had Black Shield on, so that doesn't really count. Yep, you want to ward the try here. That's a good idea. I'm watching mostly from your vision during the laning phase because I feel that this is the best way to see what you're seeing and to understand what information you had available to you. In terms of avoiding ganks and things like that. So now if you look at the items, now the Jinx has an item advantage over you, right? Although it only comes out to 6 AD difference at the moment, when it comes down to like an all-in engage, that 6 AD on and that scaling on her abilities versus yours is going to make the difference in a big fight. Okay, more got hit there. She's ulting. Let's play this in slow. See what happens. Okay, should not have gotten. This is like mistake number one. You shouldn't have walked into these chompers. Should have been able to see that the chomper line was here. You can either walk around, right? In fact, you just walk a little to your left and then jump into the fight. That's mistake number one. See, you're wasting the exhaust timing. Holy shit, this Jinx gets hit by everything. Alright, well, since the Jinx got hit by binding and everything before she even flashed, that's an easy death. You still have one more jump, I believe. Yes. Good jump, slows. Yep, more glance, one more binding, and it's easy kill. Okay, you shouldn't back off here. If Morag lands one more binding, you can get the kill. Which, oh, got the flash. But yeah, shouldn't have backed off there. Alright, so it looks like your opponents are not very good. Particularly the Jinx. She's really getting messed up by this Morgana's bindings. And I mean, that's a common thing that happens. It's chiefly how Morganas actually make up for their weak laning phase because of how potent early level binding can snowball the lane. Okay, so you picked up the BF, so now you're massively ahead in terms of AD. So you see Jinx has 116 AD, you have 148. Massive difference. Should definitely not be afraid anymore. Alright, let's see what happens. Come back in the lane. Okay, yeah, okay, it's fine. If you're not sure where the blitz was, that defensive jump there is good, because obviously there's no reason why the Jinx would try to go aggro on you otherwise, right? So it's fine. Okay, so now you know. You see the blitz is mid. You should see that on your minimap, and you know that you should be shoving this lane hard, right? Because the tower is almost dead, and you threaten the Jinx heavily with your Morgana and with your Morgana binds and your jump. And if you get this tower off of the fact that blitz is mid, you can immediately rotate either to the dragon or mid. So let's see what you do. Okay, so this is a mistake. I guess you're trying to freeze. It's very difficult to freeze as Tristana because of the way her E works and the way it blows up minions. It's a much better play to take advantage of the fact that blitz is mid and just shove this in, like I said. Yeah, so this is a mistake. This is a decision-making mistake that you shouldn't make. Okay, so something's happening with the... Oh my god, he might die. Oh, he's actually going to die. Alright, well, he died. It was stupid. You should note that the Jinx used rocket there. So she doesn't have rocket. Okay, that's good. Alright. Yeah, I mean, most people wouldn't have jumped in there, but I don't think it would have been terrible, honestly. Probably would have been fine. If you're confident in your ability to dodge hooks. I mean, and you would have had black shield. Okay, so you see their jungler. Alright, going for the kill. Alright, nice try. This is ambitious. Did you just flash for a KS? Okay, so you W'd. Okay, so the Blitz is standing on top of the pool. It's getting hit by a Voidling thing. He's getting ultied by the mouse. This is 100% wasted flash. And this is huge, huge, huge. Wasting summoners is like a massive thing. Because the fact that you waste flash here means in the next major team fight you don't have flash, which can literally decide the difference between you dying and you getting a quadra kill. That's how important it is to preserve your summoner cooldowns, especially when you're just using it to KS like this. Like this is straight up, like I know, like, you know, our summoner says, oh, no such thing as KS, it's kill secured, you know, you should take every kill you can. But when you're blowing flash to KS your teammates, it is 100% not worth it. You should jump immediately, like you shouldn't even have to think. You know that the Quinn was low from before. You jump into this bush, you have your freedom to hit either her or the... Oh, you got hit by the chompers. Wow. Alright, so I guess you don't have jump again. Oh wow, she died. And then your Malzahar died. Oh well. So if you look at the game state right now, you are insanely ahead of this Jinx, right? You have like a 800, 900 gold lead. You're going to be able to finish an item soon. I don't know if that's going to be IE or the AS item. You should go the AS item, by the way. You should be able to get this tower really easily, which I expect you'll do. Yep, nice. And then we're backing. Okay, so what you generally want to do now is if the wave is looking like it's going to shove in the opposite direction, which it looks like it is in this case, you can roam mid, try to take the mid tower. Otherwise, you just go back to bottom, catch your wave, and then shove it in, and then go mid. So yeah, you're going mid, it's fine. What's going on mid? Okay, so you should note that Jinx is bottom, so if you can't do something here immediately, you have to go back bottom. Okay, good, you're going back bottom. Nice. Okay, so your basic decision making is, you know, looks fine to me, for the most part. And you're going back up. Okay, you probably could have shoved one more wave in, just to get the wave really rolling, and then go back. This is a problem I struggled with a lot in earlier seasons. I would be too quick to group and I would miss out on CS. You shove this wave in and you become 30 CS ahead of the Jinx, and she'll feel the pressure, she'll feel really incentivized to stay bottom, which frees you up to move mid all the same. And yeah, you guys are losing right now, but you are very ahead. Your Malzahar has a lot of kills as well. It's not unfeasible to come to get back into this game. It's not lost at all. Okay, the brand is backing. This is the perfect opportunity to take this tower, which I think you're going to do. Nice. Alright. Could have dodged that W, to be honest, but it's fine. Are you moving top or to the red? Moving top, yeah? Okay. So this is a long rotation. Always keep track of where your wave is. You know that the wave is pushing in still, so it's good for you to be here. Coming this way, you accomplish nothing. So what I mean is, when you were here, you know there's two top. Moving this way to the safety of your tower means you're coming up here just to steal CS from your Riven, basically. If you instead walk this way, right, you have a chance to pincer them, you have a chance to W behind them and R them into your team. It's a way better play when you're ahead than to take the safe path and basically just take CS from your Riven. Okay, so we're going back to defend mid. You should note that the Jinx is bottom. Always keep your eye on the map. Stuff is happening. You know the mid tower is really low. You really want to get it. It's fine. Your team does not want to cooperate. So at this point, you should be going bottom. You should know that the wave is right pushing into you because the Jinx is bottom. So there's no reason to move up here. Right? Don't know why you're moving up here. This is a misrotation because it's really unlikely that you're going to kill this Mundo. And even if you do, I mean, it's going to cost you a lot of resources. Okay, so you got the Mundo. Okay, so if their so you have 3 people top, right? And you used it to kill 1 person. If their team was good right now, they would have taken this dragon, or they would have taken your mid tower, like straight up. Some of really aggressive teams will be able to take both. Like they'll take your mid tower, which is half HP, and then they'll rotate to the dragon. Especially since when the Mundo spawns, he's going to have teleport. You don't know that obviously, but it's just in general, this is not a great play. Like just because it results in a kill doesn't mean it's the right decision to make. Of course, the enemy team completely fails to capitalize on this, which is, you know, like that. And somehow Jinx has frozen the wave for you in front of your tower, which is kind of hilarious to me. Like she's just letting you get more and more ahead. Although you haven't picked up CS in a while, which is why the CS lead has shrank, and that's a big deal for AD carries. So again, you really want to get this tower. You guys can definitely get it this time, right? You have 4 people if your Malzahar stays. Oh, Grand Wave Clear. Oh, that's unfortunate. Morg Black Shield. Morg not Black Shielding anyone there was pretty big. This is suicide. You need to get out now. If you have W flash, like right now, it's the only way you're gonna win. Flash, yeah. R. Nice. Really nice use of the double rocket jump to get out. When did you say that they should have been able to close this out? 20 minutes, right? Okay, so there's 3 more minutes left before I make that assessment. I mean, this is a big over chase. Killing this guy, killing this guy. Okay, he's gonna die because you got 5 people here. Let's see what everyone else is doing. Hey, they're doing dragon, what'd I say? So you should know that when you have 5 people here and you kill this guy, obviously they're gonna do the dragon. If you want to even it out a bit, you gotta take the Rift Herald, like right now. This is the last Rift Herald that's gonna spawn before the 20-minute mark. You have 5, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people top. Rift Herald is the way to go. If you don't get this Rift Herald, it's a big issue. So you should be pinging your team to go get the Rift Herald. The fact that they just got dragon, even more so. You needed to get this Rift Herald. So there's another decision making tip. And notice your inability to go back to bottom to catch those waves has resulted in the Jinx catching up in CS, which is big. Because at some point you had a 20 CS lead that could have grown into a 30 CS lead on her. He's dead. Oh wow, not dead. Unfortunate. This guy ulti. This guy didn't ulti. Nothing. I mean, he should have died. It was close. Are there any more team fights worth watching? So we're almost at the 20. Ooh, nice catch. Nice, nice. Bad. Okay, 20 minutes, right? So if you actually look at the scoreboard, there's like a 7k lead. There's a 7k lead between their team and your team. In solo queue, this is not like impossible to come back from at all. Like actually at all. You have Tristana, who's a monster at taking towers. If Tristana ever gets a Baron buff, it's basically GG for the enemy team. Like she'll just rip through the entire base so fast. You have Morgana, who can block hooks from Blitzcrank. You have Malzahar, who can make picks. Like it's really possible to come back from this gold lead. Now, obviously, against a good team, they're not gonna, let you do that. But come on, it's solo queue, right? In addition, you have Rengar. Rengar is really big here because Rengar, with another damage item and a half, they have 3 super squishies on their team that Rengar really wants to go on: Jinx, Quinn, and Brand, right? If he catches any of them in isolation, he'll be able to kill them. Like, doesn't matter how much more fed they are than him, he'll be able to output the damage faster than they can kill him. So that's another comeback mechanic you have. So no, I wouldn't say it's like over, but obviously you guys are in a tough spot. So I'm just gonna go see the next team fight you're involved in, and watch a couple of team fights, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, you guys really love going on this Mundo, huh? It's a big mistake. And you've spent, like, at this point, you've spent more time in the top lane than you have in the bot lane, and that's another like big problem. It's stunted your CS gains because you've been constantly trying to share it with the Riven, and you have not translated like the initial kills on the Mundo into anything meaningful. Oh, and finally your tower goes down. Yay. Okay, so you guys get a pick. That's what I'm saying, right? Like Rengar, Morgana, you guys have the ability to get picks. easy way to get back into the game, especially if you translate the picks into objectives. Yeah, another shutdown. Really good, right? Okay, this is just like bad. You are not the person that's supposed to be dealing with the Mundo, right? The Mundo is literally itemizing against you. You are just going to be hitting like a brick wall when you go up against Mundo. Why not go bottom, get the farm? Why not continue mid with your team, get this mid tower? It's really weak. That's extremely poor decision making. And, oh, it's binding. Yeah, okay. I mean, alright, you actually get this kill. Aggressive jump, I like it. Good, should think about backing out, your team is left. When's the next team fight that involves? Now? Almost? I think I only need to flash like one. Wow, flash hook. But he didn't get anyone. Oh wow, nice. This guy's really low. You guys can make a pick somewhere. If Rengar would just ult. But anyway, that has nothing to do with you. You're just CSing, blah blah blah. It's actually really good that they're not doing much to snowball their lead. I mean, this dragon is whatever. It's like their dragon number 2. They could have easily pressured for Baron instead, to be honest. And again, you guys are killing Mundo. Yay! Yay! Ah, you don't even kill him. Ah, wasted flash. Alright, so in the meantime, they destroyed the turret or something? No, they killed Rengar. So yeah, too much focus on the top lane. It's very bad. Now what are you guys gonna do? Oh, nice. That's a good pick. Hey, and if Dragon was up, you could take it, but it's not. So, yeah, you are again spending way too much time top. Could you even have gotten this kill? Probably not. See, do nothing, right? And the rest of your team is just dying all around. Okay, so here's the thing. Like, you might think that you going top and not dying, maintaining your precious KDA, right, is a good thing, and you could blame your team for dying across the map. But you've got to understand that your team, like all these picks they're making, like the pick that Malzahar just made, the kill that they got at mid, they are actually doing more for this team than you are. Like, they are doing more for the team in terms of coming back, in terms of holding on, than you are by constantly going top and trying to stop this Mundo. Like, if Mundo gets really, really insanely unstoppable, you will send other people to deal with him. People that can crush tanks, like Malzahar, who has percentage HP damage. You do not send the AD carry, who does no magic damage except for W, and who is completely reliant on AD based auto attacks. So that's like #1 problem I'm seeing in this game. And we're back again. Let's kill Mundo round 3. Alright. This time we got him. Yeah, alright. Now what are we gonna do about it? Jinx is bottom. Good time to do Baron. You guys didn't use the No, actually yeah, you did use all of your ults. But yeah, this is a good time to do Baron. Either do Baron or shove in and take his top tower for relatively free. Okay, so you're taking red. Alright, gotta run. So again, the Mundo kill translates into nothing. Is there one more team fight? I'll watch just one more team fight. I think we've pretty much nailed down the specifics of what went wrong in this game. I can't really judge the finer points of your laning other than saying that it's fine because your Morgana landed a clutch early level binding and they just basically crumbled and died. I mean, you didn't play your laning phase optimally, but I mean, there are definitely mistakes that you can improve on, and you should just look back at that part of the laning phase where I talk about it. But I just want to see one more team fight, and then we'll end it there. Okay, pick mid. Oh wow! Oh, I got it. Good time for you to jump forward. Yeah? No? Okay, you should jump forward for sure. Like, your team is all around you. No one's going to be able to burst you. You should have used your jump there. Yeah, this is hardly a team fight. More chase the Mundo. Great. Man, why is there never like a full-fledged 5v5? Let's get this. Yeah, okay, great. See, Rengar makes the pick on the Brand. This is so good. It's so sick. Maybe he'll even get it. Oh, okay, he missed. That's unfortunate. Oh, and they get a pick somewhere else on the map. Okay, you shouldn't have gone hook there. Does this snowball until the loss of the game? Yeah, you shouldn't have gone hook there. Like, even if you did get hooked, you should have W'd out of it. Like, but anyway. Okay, well, they actually recover a bit. Is this the end? Is there ever like a team fight where you're actually fighting? That's not just like a skirmish? Oh, let me guess. More kill the Mundo. Wow, I just realized the Blitzcrank has super troll items. Cool. So Blitzcrank isn't even like playing the game anymore. Like, you guys can definitely come back. Like, this 10k gold lead, look at how okay, Blitzcrank has almost 10k, right? And his items are all shit. His items are all like basically worthless. Let's say his items are worth about 3k in actual like game terms. So that means you guys are only down 3k basically. 2k. Easily comebackable, even at this point. And I believe it. Oh, it's gonna get the kill. Is there ever a team fight? Holy crap. I just want to see one more team fight. Is it just people getting caught all day? Wow, sick catch! Okay, here. With that catch, you guys have to go to Baron. But you guys have to keep fighting. Alright, okay, let's rewatch this catch from the beginning. See how it happens. Rengar comes in with ults. Perfect. Oh wow, misses. You should walk away from your teammates, like walk this way. If anything, as soon as you see Bran ulti Malzahar, you should flash forward this way. If that's what ends up happening. Okay, doesn't even end up happening. Alright, sick. Alright, what happens next? Do you have heal? No? Is it on cooldown? Holy shit. By the way, if you're wondering why this is taking so long to end, like a major part of it is that Blitz is literally trolling you guys. Like, their gold lead is not really that massive because of the fact that Blitz's items mean he has no gold. Alright, watch this fight and then we'll end the review there. Okay, so far your positioning is fine. You should walk backwards to avoid taking damage from this W. Okay, doesn't happen, which means you just die here. You just need to heal. You just need to W and heal. As soon as you see the damage from this W, you should already be, like the brand Pyroclasm, you should already be Wing away. Because if you let the brand hit any more skills, you're dead. Yeah, that's a little late. Yep, you die. So this team fight could have turned out a lot differently if you just avoided that first W and you managed to W out of the way. But I assume this is the end, right? Okay, well, it's not actually, clearly, from I can see at the time, there's still a lot more. But we're going to stop it here, right? So let's go back to those questions that you originally asked. So how was your laning? It was okay. It was mostly carried by the Morgana, to be honest, and the inadequacy of their Jinx and her ability to dodge. I recommend that you review those sections again where you could have optimized your play. I will give you major props for outplaying the first Quinn gank. I didn't think that was possible. I'm not too familiar with Quinn jungle, so maybe I just wasn't aware of how much damage she was able to put out. So great job on that part. Otherwise, there were definitely things you could have optimized. Your second question, should that have been able to close out the game faster? Yeah, they definitely should have, but again, Blitzcrank was trolling you, making his gold value basically worth nothing, and it's solo queue, right? At no point in this game did I feel like it was impossible for you guys to come back, actually. I feel like you guys could have won this game all the way to that last team fight where you got exploded by Brand. Your team fight positioning, I mean, there weren't that many team fights. I was basically struggling to find one. Just go review those sections where I talk about your fighting and see where you could have done better. If you have any questions, you can definitely ask me. It seemed like your team fight positioning wasn't horrendous. At the same time, it didn't seem optimum or perfect either. Your overall decision making, definitely a pain point. Very, very bad. By the end of the game, you can see actually this Jinx has more CS than you, which is insane considering you're 959 and she's 3412. You should definitely have more CS there. You should actually have a massive CS lead if you're managing your waves properly and you're going bottom to scoop your waves when you should be instead of going top and chasing window. Last thing, any other feedback? Nope, that's pretty much it. I'm happy to answer questions, and I hope you got something from this replay review. Thanks.